Exactly. My thing is this. Let me ask you this.
Well,
no, actually, I got to thank the brother.
Oh,
I got to thank the brother, whatever,
I'm sorry.
because,
Go ahead.
he's probably like building shit and got things going on, whatever. But he took the time off of his Sunday to come grace us
and have fun with us.
And I just really appreciate you coming, my brother. I really wanted to touch on this movie, touch on the book, get the people the information, because this needs to be promoted. And I couldn't let anybody else be the first to get the full interview.
No, that's right. I appreciate that too. Thank you, brother. Thank you.
My pleasure, man. My pleasure.
Now, before we go any further, you know how we do this. Why don't you tell the people a little bit about yourself?
Put him on the spot. Put him on the spot like you do his guests.
No, I'm good. Hey, I answer this question so much now. It's like, it started out like 4 years ago. I was back home, and I was going through some trials in my life, and I was locked up, as a matter of fact. So I started writing my first book in the little 4 months that I was locked up for. And when I got out, they was like, man, you should publish that book. Wow. I really wasn't thinking about publishing no book, but I had wrote it, and it was basically my life story, my autobiography, some of the things that I went through, some of the trials and tribulations. And,
okay.
That's growing up, searching for me as a person and trying to be the man and find out who I was.
Okay.
So I just wrote it all in a book. And, I had to find me a publisher. I went online and actually found a publisher.
Oh, wow.
And, he was like, well, he would send me the book, and then I'll let you know something about an hour or a day or two. But I sent him the book, and in 30 minutes, he called back, was like, let's go. Let's do it.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yo. Yo.
That's amazing.
See, at the time, people didn't know the struggles, because when I had written on all kind of commissary papers and little other papers.
That's right.
And I actually went to a day shelter and used that computer lab and typed the whole book up. Damn. And sent it to the publisher.
That's hustle right there, brother. That's hustle.
While I was working a day labor job, making $45 a day.
Wow. And that's hustle. But we talk about hustle, just speak on that. We talk about hustle in general as people, whatever. And a lot of people automatically tie that into like selling dope or doing something illegal or whatever. But in my mind, the definition has evolved over the last 10, maybe 15 years, right? Because when you're like trying to get a business or a book off the ground, something like that, ain't nobody gonna do that shit for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta stomp the concrete. You gotta get out there and do that work.
Yeah.
And for you being inexperienced, it's your first book. I feel like the initiative is what springboarded you, because like you'd be surprised like how sometimes you just take one baby step towards something that you feel like it's 1,000 steps to, and all of a sudden your blessing would just come the rest of the way. It may not be the full blessing you're looking for, but it'll definitely put you in the right direction. So I just think that is a straight up nod to like your hustle, my brother. So.
And then one of the crazy things was like, as this book is coming out, I'm in a relationship. I'm getting ready to get married, I think. Ooh. And so as this book is coming out, everything that I've mostly wrote in that book will start coming to tuition.
It's getting interesting, y'all.
Started going down. I started getting back into the same things that I was doing in the book. And I'm like, man.
So now that you said that, what's the name of the book?
It's called Restoring Hezekiah, Changing the Generation.
And where's it at?
It's on Amazon, Barnes and Noble. That was actually my first, and most books I ever sold was the first book.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
I actually took that book on a book tour East Coast.
So was it like, was it like, okay, so like for example, with me, with poetry, like my poetry was just for writing for me, right? I remember it was at a time where I never even wanted to perform a piece. I just love writing, and I just love wordplay. I've been a fan of wordplay since I was maybe 6 or 7. I always tell my kids, I think words are the only thing that's more precious than money in this world, right? And so I try to drive that home. So I fell in love with words. And so here's the thing, like, to speak to what you're saying, I end up going out on them and sharing a piece, and it was actually addictive. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a rush that there was nothing else that could replace.
And but the funny thing was, like, so the book is coming out, and me and my fiance is going through some things. So my book is out. It finally comes out, and she was like, "Well, your dreams are not my dreams." Boom, 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 blah, blah, blah. And I'm like,
"Oh wow,
wow." The only reason I want to sell this book now because she's always complaining about bills and this and that. I was like, okay, I'm gonna push this book as far as I can, so maybe we can get some money, you know. But we got into some kind of argument, and I moved to North Carolina for a little bit, and somehow I was talking to this lady, and she was like, "Well, I know some people here, and she would do an interview with you." My first interview live on television was called The Brain Freeze. You can find that on my YouTube page, and we talked about my book and the things that was going on. I'm like, wow. So I got a little taste of being on camera and TV. I was like, man. So I moved back home to Virginia. So we try to make the relationship work. And I'm at work one day. I'm working hard. It's hot in the sun doing construction. I said, I got cousins in New York. I said, I got that itch that I would more. And I just said one day, I'm just going to get up. And I'm moving to New York with nothing. I don't care what I have.
Wow.
I'm going to make it happen.
I didn't know that about you, bro.
The next day, one of my friends from my hometown, he was like, well, I know a little connect. We can hook you up with them and get you started. So instead of moving to New York, I moved to Philly. So when I get to Philly, everything changed. I've never left my hometown. Mind y'all, never. So I'm seeing these big cities and everything. The people, I'm like, oh my God.
Right.
But the drive never stopped. I booked a book signing at Columbia University. That's one of the most prestigious colleges in the world.
Absolutely.
I did Georgetown. I did Howard. I did Pitt University, Temple University. And while I was up there, I just did all these book signings, every university. I didn't want to be like nobody else. I didn't want to have no book friends, no author friends. I wanted to do this on my own. You know, I didn't want to be in no clique. This is all about me grinding and hustling, putting my name on.
Yes.
And in that process, I started working on my second book, and it was about relationships. Because mind you, I just got out of a relationship, so I'm already pissed. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
right.
I'm about this shit here. You know what I'm saying? So, so I just wrote a whole book, man, and I just went down my relationship list, like, man, boom, 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 boom. And then, you know, I was just going through the things that us guys see. Women, they always think that a guy is a certain way, or we have no feelings, no emotions.
Come on, brother. Come on now.
And for us, it's harder for us to love sometimes, because when we feel like we've been hurt, that's when the dog just don't come out. It's forced out of us to be like, okay.
And we try our best.
We
try our best every opportunity. I see that shit. I see that look. But we're keeping 100.
I want some to work, but at the same time, I have my own way of thinking too. So in this book, I'm talking about relationships and about meeting women and how sometimes that relationship before can be detrimental to the woman that's coming after her, because we're going to treat them like nothing, because we still feeling the hurt from the past relationship. So it's like, no, we're not using no attachments, no nothing. This is how I am, and this is how it's going to be. And I wrote about that in the book, and that was my second book. It's called Restoring Hezekiah, Me and Only Me, and it was talking about my relationships with women, and you know, just going through the different things, because everybody, oh, you're a player, you this. No, you really don't know about the journey unless you read the book.
Exactly.
While I am the way I am. And it's nothing about being a player. It's about my boundaries and keeping myself away from trying to fall in love and get hurt again. So
that's the player in me.
Well, don't you think that?
I get it. You know what I'm saying? Because anybody who knows you, I'm sorry, baby. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. If I come up missing y'all know what happened. Go ahead, baby. I'm sorry.
Well, don't you think that kind of hinders you a little bit from trying to getting back out there? because you're kind of set in your ways?
No.
Or did you lay it all out in the book?
I put it all out in the book. And if they really get to know me, they know who I am. Like
that was the point I was going to bring up too.
I know, that's why I had to stop him.
Yeah, that's the point I was just going to address. Me, as a person who knows you, I automatically knew that the player in me wasn't a player movie. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It was identifying something that's in you as a man and making a decision based on what that thing is in life that's in you. So I got that automatically.
The thing about it is, like, you can talk to all my exes and they'll tell you now, you was my first love. Because it's never about, I always gave my heart, but at the time we probably wasn't even ready. We was maybe too young. We met at the wrong time, or it just didn't work out. But at the same time, they can always come back to me and be like, hey, how are you doing? How are you? Oh man, I miss you, boom, boom, boom. You know, it just didn't work out. So it's like, it is what it is. But it took me a long time to figure that out. Like, I don't even want to talk to you. I hate you, boom, boom, boom.
Right.
But it wasn't even all about that. You know what I'm saying? It was just wasn't that time, or it wasn't that time for me.
Right.
And my third book I wrote about just sitting around. I had moved from New York to Atlanta, and I was just sitting around. I was missing my homeboys from back home. So I just decided to write a whole book about hanging out with my homeboys. And it's almost like a Friday movie. We're doing all this stuff, which is actually real shit. And you'll be like, you'll be like, oh my God, y'all really did that? We're like, yeah, but don't tell nobody. You know, we're gonna tell people. But it's like a whole Friday movie, and you sitting there like, wow, like this could really be a movie for real. And man, it was awesome, man. Everybody was like, but the hardest part about doing that book was, if you didn't put everybody in the book that was from that time, man, why I ain't in the book? Why wasn't I in the book? I'm like, no, I got plenty more books to write. You know, this ain't it. Right. I'll get you next time.
They gotta make that first drive, bro. You know how the homies is, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now remember, I helped you fight junior after school.
Yeah. That's how it was. But at that time that I was writing the book, like my inner circle at that time, it was just me and the 6 other guys, and we hung out every day. And I just told the story about us hanging out and all the events that happened while we was hanging out. And at that time, everybody used to be like, man, you're going to write a book one day, because everything that I've done, been through, they already knew it before I knew it.
That's incredible.
That's normally how it happens.
That's incredible.
And my daughter's mother used to be like, oh, you're going to write a book one day because you just do it all. You just do everything. I'm like, huh? And, you know, it just blows my mind how, you know, the universe comes back, and here I am now.
Let me touch on that for a second. So with that being the case, right, because I heard you say earlier that you wanted to keep your circle small, and I may be paraphrasing, but basically what I got from that is I think that's what you needed to contribute to be able to write a successful book and focus on it, whatever. You had to kind of shrink your circle. Now, has that changed since then, or have you widened that? Do you like restrict it to like poets and authors and things like that, or?
I'm not all into that flashy, getting in groups and hanging with cliques and all that. Like my circle is still my my circle. What if I associate with you? It's basically on Facebook. They don't really get to even know me. It's right. We're gonna have a good time on Facebook, and actually calling and talking to you and doing all that. I don't do all that, because you set yourself up for disappointment every time.
Yeah, absolutely. And the reason I asked you that, I think I knew the answer, but that is my exact answer to that. Like, it's not about being above or thinking you're better. You just have to be able to access an amount of information. You have to depend on that information. And there's not a lot of people out there that you feel like you can trust to provide you what you need to be successful. So you kind of find like-minded people.
But I found out they use you up until they can get what they get out of you, and then you no longer need it. So for me, I'm always going to grind. I'm always going to hustle. I'm always going to be looking for the next best thing. But you have some other people that want to just hold on to you to see what you're doing.
Yeah.
And then they use that to go do what they need to do.
Dig that. Dig
Instead of
that.
asking you,
Come on now.
okay, how can you help me in this? They don't even ask you. They just go and use you like, damn, did I just do that?
Right.
Did I just do that? Wasn't that my
Yeah.
idea? And you're like, man. And then you set your own self up for disappointment because you think that person was that kind of way.
Come on, brother. You
It's
preaching.
like for me, like if I do something, I do it out of love. If I use your platform for something and I do it out of love and you get a good decision, I don't expect you to go for a lot of money because you got the recognition and I gave it to you and you're getting paid now. And so it's like, wow. Now you're doing what I did for you to make monetary gain.
Right.
And now I'm not saying nothing is wrong with that. You just use it to get money.
Right, but it's a way to do that though. You know what I'm saying? It's probably safe to say that's how you and our relationship pretty much got started or whatever. Like, since we met, a year or two ago, I heard you on an interview on another show, and I just followed you, and I dug what you was doing. I respected your grind. Every time I looked up, you was talking about grinding, working, putting something out, and then you would put little quotes.
Oh Lord.
No, I'm not talking about his funny shit. That's a whole nother show. That's a whole nother show, man. This brother's funny as hell, y'all. But I'm talking about the quotes of some of the shit that you would say, and you would give your viewers just like a peek of what direction your mind. And like I said, I dug that. You know what I'm saying? And then I would put a little shit on your page. Thought you might like this, bro. Just remind you of me, or I share something that I may see of yours, and I'll read it. And I'm like, damn, that sounds interesting. Let me put it on there in case somebody want to see it or whatever. Then we just started going back and forth. We didn't even really have a dialogue. You know what I'm saying? We were just like every time we would see each other post, I knew if you saw my post, it was shared. If I saw your post, it was shared. And so there was no conditions there. It was just straight love. I didn't expect nothing from you. You didn't expect nothing from me. And then all of a sudden, a half idea from you, a half idea from me, a way to put it together from you, a source to put it together from me. Then we got the Authors Lounge. Now we're getting ready to start a new show with you. And that's why I wanted to connect myself with you. I never wanted anything from you as far as what I can do, but I wanted some of what you had to rub off on me and what I have to rub off on you. Because it was all positivity. You know what I'm saying?
And I think our shit started. And for me, that goes hand in hand because every time I'm doing something, I always mention Drip the Mic.
Right.
That's what I felt. And that's what do they call it? One hand helps out, whatever the kind of quotes they have.
Yeah.
But and that's how I feel. And for some people, like I just share all that shit, but they never share none of mine because it's like, nope.
Yeah.
He's already doing enough,
Right, yeah, exactly.
It's funny because I see how I've met somebody, they're real close friends to me, and some of the people that have followed me, they jump on a bandwagon. Now they so love the other person who knows me. I'm like, oh, now they leeching off for this person, like they trying to get somewhere too. I'm like, and I peep that, and I'm like, well, these the people that I need to not get close to, and I don't. People that I talk to, I still talk to my homeboys. I still talk to my homeboys from back home. They're going to give me the real me.
They put the substance in you.
Yeah. You have to remember, new levels bring new devils. And you always continue to bless those who despitefully misuse you. Because you never know where your blessings going to come from. And you don't want to hinder your blessings.
Wow.
But before we go any further, I wanted to tell both of you guys that you guys have shown another generation how to come out of the system. And if they push forward, they can prosper and do whatever they want to be.
I got tremendous respect for you, brother, for, how you came right out of the system. And if you're anything like me, you saw your plan before you even walked out those doors. You know what I'm saying? And you wanted it, right? And you hear brothers talk about, yeah, man, I ain't coming back here no more. And then that's the last sentence. Okay, what are you doing to fill in that space that you were doing to get you here, right? The last time I went to jail, now I wasn't like, I was as fortunate as you. I was a mess, man. I was a mess. Yeah, man. I was thugging. I was deep thugging, man. Like just take out look out for fools and babies, and I was definitely a fool. I was out there, like, I mean, I'm talking about thugging. You know what I mean? I knew nothing else, right? I knew nothing else. 10th grade dropout, all the shit, right? And you know, so it took me a couple more times to bump my head than it did you. But
no, it didn't. Hey, I bumped my head. It didn't take me that one time to bump my head. I kept bumping it. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah. It's a process. It's a process.
But you came out of it. But you pushed forward. That's all that matters.
But see, what people don't understand, they see everything that I've accomplished, but they weren't with me when I was homeless during the time I'm putting
Come
on.
on now. Come on now.
Wait.
When I was in shelter writing my book.
You see the glory, but you don't know the story?
Yeah. They weren't with me. See, they weren't with me when I was writing these books in the shelter because I didn't want to go back home because that wasn't what I wanted. I refused to go back home to be called a failure.
Right.
So I went to the shelter. And do you know? Okay. And now the shelter ain't as bad as you think. You get 3 hours to the cot, eat, sleep, get to go to work, go out, do what you want to do, just come back.
And fucking focus.
And focus. And get yours together.
Yeah. And you got it, but here's the thing though. I noticed I had to be sure. Like I had to say, like, I had to be tired of literally going to jail. And what I mean by that, I don't mean the physical act of going to jail. I mean the lifestyle that constantly, because even after I never sold another piece of dope or gangbanged again, I still went to jail like a couple more times, whatever, probation, whatever.
Yeah, definitely.
And so I had to change everything about me to be geared to what I want. Even though I didn't even see a way to obtain those things, I walked as if I was those things. And it began to come to me. And, you know, I wouldn't say I was faking the funk. It was just like, I don't care what I'm called. I don't care like who say I sold that, whatever the case may be. I have something that I want to do, and jail ain't it.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And so, like, I think like 2008, 2009, the last time, you know, I've been locked up, thank the Most High.
I mean, because who would ever think that a fellow would be at Columbia University doing a book signing? Most prestigious Howard and Georgetown. People just don't do the Georgia Tech University.
Right.
Like that. You know what I'm saying?
But a person with a purpose.
Yeah. And I wanted my story out there, and I wanted this generation to know that they didn't have to go through what I went through. And it wasn't just my story about being on the streets. It's actually growing up in a home when you feel like you wasn't loved.
Right. Okay, dig that.
You know, and you learning how to be a man at a young age, you know.
Forced. You know what I'm saying? Forced to learn the things that you should at least be taught or have at least seen before.
But would you trade it?
And actually being scared to grow up. Like my last year of high school, I didn't want to graduate. I was still a little kid.
Right.
But would you trade it and go back and change anything in your past to be who you are today?
You know, that's a good question.
That's a good ass question.
Thought about that.
That's a good ass question.
Anything,
I can see it on his face.
It would be one thing. It would be one thing to be a better father to my daughter.
And it's never too late.
I would trade that for anything.
Respect for even acknowledging that. Yeah, respect for even acknowledging that. You know what I'm saying? That's big respect. I mean, if I could change anything, I love the experience that I gained. The last time I went to jail in 2009, I wasn't supposed to go. That was bullshit. I'll change that. I wasn't supposed to be there. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. I wasn't doing shit, but I ended up going to jail. I would change that because that was a year out of my life I could have, used. But anyway,
no, that was a year in your life that you need to be back in there because it got you focused to do what you needed to do so that you can go forward and get everything that you need to do, go to school,
the wife,
and be done.
Yeah.
The wife, y'all.
But you won't go back there again.
The wife, y'all. I wasn't supposed to be in there. I got caught up in some shit.
Everything is for a purpose. You go through everything for a purpose.
There was no purpose for that. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Okay, well,
All right.
I'm gonna bless you with some more purpose, okay?
They came in my house for nothing.
Anyway.
They came to my house, they checked through my drawers. I was in there reading the Bible and watching TD Jakes. And they just came to my house and felt I should go to jail. There was nothing illegal in there when they got there. You know what I'm saying? So,
I'm waiting for the lightning.
But yeah, but no, like real talk, that was the way I was thinking. I was thinking I was owed something, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's actually what catapulted me. Like when I realized that this world don't owe you shit.
Nothing.
Yeah. And it's gonna make sure that you understand that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And I let that go, right? Because I felt like I was owed something, you know what I mean? And not like monetarily, but you know what I'm talking about. You know that mindset, right? You know
like a little push. Like a little,
right, exactly.
And you don't get there.
Once it's never coming. It's never coming. Yeah. And once I realized that, I started to focus on my art, focus on my artwork. And I took it more seriously, right? Because I've been writing since I can remember. But I'm not trying to brag, but I had got so like cohesive and good at it that it was like second nature. So I kind of didn't respect it because it came so naturally to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it came from like spelling contests as a kid and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? Because I just loved words, right? And it developed as I got older. But not until I let that mindset that we just talked about go, did it start to offer me stuff, opportunities.
And see, at the same time, people didn't know, like I went to college, I got a 3.7 grade point, I graduated cum laude, I got a computer engineering degree. I went to jail while I was in college. Fooling with a female.
Yeah.
That's my first thought. It's like, why you don't ever use no degree? Well, I got this on my record and I got this degree.
Couldn't do shit.
At the time, I couldn't use it.
Yeah, couldn't do shit. Yeah, I had got into a college program. Tony probably know where this is, but I got into San Francisco Community College, which is in the Bay Area on the other side of Oakland, because they have a program there for felons, people who are getting out of prison, and they pretty much just give you every tool you need. They knock out any excuse that you would have as a felon to go to class.
What year was this?
Like 2010, 2011.
Purpose.
But what, you know what though? Everything that I've been through, it has changed me. It didn't help me out, and to really realize and to see people for who they really are.
Yeah.
While you're up, you're up. When you're down, you're down.
Man.
You're not doing this, you're not doing that. So for me, I just sit back and I look, and I'm a good observer, and I feel bad.
Yeah.
And I know who's going to be there and who's not. It was kind of funny when I was doing this movie. A longtime associate of mine, best friend, boom, boom, boom. We did everything together. She helped me out with flyers and everything. And then she was like, "Well, why am I not in the movie?" Boom, boom, boom. And I directed. I'm like, "Wow, you're not a director."
You're asking that for the next year.
And I'm sitting there like,
blessings.
Every platform I've been at, everything I've done, you've been right there with me. And I never nothing. And then it's like, it kind of hurt me because like she knows my deepest, darkest secrets. And I blow up over a movie. It's just a movie. It's okay. You know. But some things you just have to let go, and you still love them.
I'm glad you brought that movie up. I'm so glad you brought that movie up. Listen, my brother.
We both was over here like movie.
I can't congratulate you enough. Like I can't think of another deserving person, period. I told you this before, like you are one of the hardest working, if not the hardest working brother that I see. And you don't just talk it, you live it. You live it. You stomp in the concrete.
Like I tell somebody what I'm about to do 2 months before I do it. And I'll be damned if I'm not going to do it. They're like, right. They even got here. It's coming. Believe me, it's coming.
Yeah, you're no excuse, brother. I will say that. Like I ain't never seen you make an excuse for not making nothing. You say you be there. I'm on my way to such and such and such and such. You don't even realize the time that you said you're gonna be there has passed. You open up Facebook. I think this movie is well deserved. I saw you visually put in the work to get this growing. So I definitely want to celebrate that. Could you introduce the name of the movie? we're going to get into the trailer of it real quick so the people can see the trailer of the movie.
Yes, definitely.
Give us a little bit of the movie real quick, and then we get into the trailer. Then we'll come back and we'll talk to you about it.
The idea of the movie came from my book, The Player in Me, which is an awesome book. I moved to a new state, and I'm fresh, I'm single, I'm good, getting my weight back up, been sleeping well. And I met a couple of friends. I'm like, man, ain't no woman down here hitting me up. All these tortured women down here, what's going on? He's like, man, before long, you're going to have more than what you need. I said, oh, yeah? So, boom. It was like, been about 4 months. And it's just stuff that's just randomly start happening. Right, I go to a cookout, boom, I'm in a Publix, and boom, I meet one woman. Sci-fi, boom. Then I'm just doing something else. I meet another woman, which is pregnant. Boom, I'm talking to her. Boom. Then I'm just going along. Next thing you know, I got more than what I can handle. And I'm like, man, okay.
Wow.
So that's when you became the player.
Like different moments and different times in my life, and I'm like, man, I'm having a full-blown ball.
Wow. See, in another life, I would have been able to help you out. I don't do that anymore.
Just a player.
I don't do that anymore. In former life, I would have came down there because I feel so bad for you, mother. My heart aches for you.
So, hey, that's one time I used the offer to my advantage. You know what I'm saying?
You just not doing that. Yo, you just not doing that.
We gonna be
what
here.
I'm saying? When I'm coming together, I said, well, I write books, you know what I'm saying? Oh, so they love that shit, right? So you gonna write a book about me? I sure will.
Brother, listen, you about to get this itis about
I was just
that.
sitting down one day and I decided,
I'm finna stop.
So I just sit down one day, and my friends back home, they call me Freaky Zeke. I can't tell y'all about the story, but
that's your new name. That's your new host name. Okay.
So when I
write that, he is finna rewrite that intro.
Oh man!
You should have never said nothing.
Wait till your show Tuesday.
So everybody, all my friends back home, they were like, "Yeah, we like that books you writing, but you ain't telling them about Freaky Zeke you have." I'm like, "Oh Lord."
Zeke the
They
freak.
like, "That's what we want to hear about."
Man,
because I used to tell them about escapades or whatever. Like, cause when I'm back home, I was terrible, Because when I'm back home, I'm terrible. They're like, don't be with that man. That boy been everywhere. So it's crazy.
No, we're gonna stop that.
So I just said at home.
No, ain't no phone calls. No. He's
so in writing the book, I was saying I'm not giving them the tales back home. I'm not. So wow. I just took the little story that I have by meeting these women here, and it's amazing that I just put it all in a book. And I also made it an erotica romance at the same time. So you can have the sex and, the deceit and the lies. But and also, the character was me, but the character is me. It shows you my emotions and how I felt and how,
So what was the catalyst that launched it? Like who came to you, or what? I mean, what put this on your track to become a movie?
Actually, my mentor, I always wanted her to do a movie on my first book. But I guess she just, like you said, you watched me. She watched me over the next couple of years. I was winning awards, all 30-year awards, blah, blah. And when that book came out, The Player Me came out, she hit me up the next day like, this is the one we want to do a movie on. I said, oh,
wow.
All my business in the streets.
Okay, let's get in this because I want to see this trailer. I really want to see this trailer. This is gonna give me a go movie. Congratulations. We're gonna be right back. We're gonna run this trailer. Tony, could you run that trailer for us, my brother? This is the trailer to Player. No, the book is Player. It's Player.
What happens when one man,
Z, short for Zakarian,
plays three women? Sapphire,
short for sexy, intelligent, and single.
Laquita.
Damn, you look good.
And Deja.
I'll salute to that.
Do they know about one another?
Not right now.
You need to handle this shit. Let me tell you something. Some things are going on in my life. And who is she?
Find out in the player.
Here's the tips.
Adopted from the novel The Player in Me. Written by Hezekiah Morris. Another Andre Harris production.
Yo, bro.
Christy,
Laquita,
Sapphire,
Deja.
Which one of them did you write more about?
She's trying to get the movie. Don't give away the movie, bro. She's trying to get bits.
No. I just want to know which one
impacted
his life.
You know how subliminal is. Don't let that.
It was more. Now the names are switched up, but like Sapphire was the one because she was the one. She.
You tell about when you said her name. You hit. It was out your mouth.
Sapphire's like the pimp because she knows she looks good and she's the bomb, and it's like you on her time.
I'm not a pimp.
Wow.
I'm not a pimp.
Sapphire is one of the ones
that just a player.
Her.
And a liquor player in her.
No.
But you know what? So it's so good. It's awesome that I did meet these women because if not, there would have been no book.
Right.
And I'm just amazed that the book came out because part 2 of the book, oh my God. Part 2 leaves.
What's the release date on this one? What's the release date on a player?
I say about 2 months from now, like late October. Because we want to promote it and market it as much as we can, put it in festivals and stuff like that. In different film festivals.
Can I announce it? I'm not trying to be arrogant, but I just feel so honored to be bestowed such prestigious duty. So I gotta brag. Man, I just want to say, man, I really you don't even know how humbled I am that you asked me to do the intro for the soundtrack. Put it this way, the same day you asked me, I was already writing. That's how excited I was. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to start on it early because I'm real anal about my word, my placement, everything. You know what I'm saying? So I'll go the poetry that you hear, it's been rewritten 3 to 4 times because I'm looking for a specific type of flow, right? And believe me, word placement when you're doing poetry, it can make or break your poem, right? And so I got so excited, I started writing it early just to allow myself that room or whatever. And so, man, I was really honored. I was surprised by when you asked me to do this, man. And it was it was a no-brainer. It's perfect. Yeah. So, man, thank you so much.
And for me, most of my ideas start as ideas, and I just throw it out there, be like, all right, this is what I want to do. And then I just start putting it together, piecing it together. One by one. I write something on Facebook, and I'll be like, damn, what did that piece that I wrote? I need to use this for the damn book. Right, and I can go back 2 or 3 years later, I found it. It was one piece I was looking about. I was starting to write on the Player Me 3, and it was about meeting this chick at the Yum Yum restaurant. And I'm like, boom, boom, boom. I'm looking for it on Facebook, like, where is it? I can't find it in my notes. I had to go back to it, there it go. Pull that piece out, because usually everything is just an idea and it just starts to spin and float. And I'm like, okay. And I throw it out there. But it's always a little piece that I use that will help me create that whole book. And one of the things for me, I've always been a reader. I've been reading since I was 4 years old.
Right.
And I've read I started off on Danielle Steele novels because that's all my mother used to read was the romance.
Yeah, Danielle Steele. Yeah.
So I started off on them, and then I needed more. I needed more to expand my mind. So I started reading about Black authors, and I started reading about Martin Luther King, Richard Wright, and Alex Haley. I started reading all that books. Then I got into James Patterson. And
my boy. That's my boy. That is my boy.
And what people don't realize, when you reading my book, you getting both.
Wow.
You get black author and you're getting the white author all in one.
Yeah, I love James Patterson's style. Like he comes with cold stories. His stories is like there's nobody touching his imagination as far as stories, right? That you can relate to.
If you ever read any of my books, you would not be like, this is an urban book.
Right.
Because I'm giving you different views. Like I studied James Patterson and how he creates a story.
Right.
I studied all the what's that other guys? Tom Clancy's and all them.
Tom Clancy, Harlan Coben.
I studied the way they introduce a book and how they bring it to you. And then I go to the black office and I pick up what they have and I put it all in one book and then describe what I want to describe in my book. And that's how I put my books together. Yeah,
man. I remember I read my first James Patterson book maybe 15, 20 years ago, man. And I was on that dude, man. Like everything that came out. Every book in the series, the movie that Tyler Perry messed up.
Time to Kill, was that one?
No, the one James Patterson book that they made into a movie, and he played James Patterson main character of the series. I can't believe I'm drawing a blank right now. The brother, they had the grandma.
Medea?
No, nothing to do with Medea. Tyler Perry, what? I can't believe I can't remember that.
The mother was a brother that was fighting him.
Who was his main character? Like, back. What's dude's name? The one he had the black brother. He was a FBI or something. Grandma took care of the kids.
I know who you're talking about.
And Tyler Perry played that guy.
Yeah.
I can't think of it either. But I got into those novels.
It's another white author I like too. He always writes about lawyers, and that gave me the idea.
Talking about too. I mean, he's a lawyer.
I can't think his name.
He is a lawyer. That's why.
That's who I read all my best authors. I like James about lawyers, but the plot in his books is so crazy because he wrote about this old dude. He had a big family, and his kids wanted all his millionaire money. But what he decided. He said, all right, I'm going to give y'all this millionaire money. And then he would have jumped out the window and he committed suicide. But before he died, the lawyer had two tape series that they had to do all the stuff to get the money. Wow. Man, and the book was crazy because he left the money to his lost, estranged daughter who lived in the Himalaya.
I remember. I read that in 2009.
Drunk guy got to go find the door. Man, that book was amazing. And that I just love reading that kind of stuff, man.
Yeah, no, like I'll go to a James Patterson book in a day, easy.
So where do you see Arthur Hezzy in the next 3 years?
I kind of want to take a break from writing right now and focus on.
Oh wow! What? Why?
I mean, I want to focus on different things that I want to do, like I like the show I got. But
you like it too. Your show is live, bro. Your show be live.
I'll do.
What's the name of that show again? Where is that show?
I want to kind of write. I want to write, but I want to kind of write different stuff. Maybe get with a big time director, producer, try to write some movies and stuff like that.
So I heard you mention Player Me Too. Will that be a movie? No, I know I said 2 and 3, but I want to know: is there an idea or maybe a sequel to this movie? Because there's a book. Have you thought about that?
I can't let that out.
Don't book. Okay. Oh, really? Okay.
This is surprise.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna let you know. Once you get in there, you can be like, wow. Yeah.
Did you ever think
this is not the only stop. It's coming. There's more to come.
It don't stop, bro. It don't stop. It's constant. It don't stop. Never stop. You never relax.
I'm working on a book. That's coming out. I'm trying to get that to drop Valentine's Day. It's called Fighting for Her Love. And it's actually not only going to be me writing, I got a co-writer. I'm going to give my experience and courting this woman, as they used to say back in the day, courting. And she's going to give her experience as me.
He said he courted. He had to pop his collar a little bit. He said he courted.
Yeah, because you know it's so funny, you know, how we met, and it's like, you know, I had to step down from my little pedestal and be like, I shouldn't even have to do, but you know, I gotta keep game. I gotta do this. I gotta be gentleman now. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
But it was cool. That's what I wanted, because like everything was becoming so easy. Like my inbox was going crazy. Like I'm not even asking to see this and that, and I'm getting this and that. And I'm like, okay,
because it shines, it speaks. They can taste it, smell it. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's a product of your work. I know exactly what you're talking about. It's going to come, and you like sometimes you don't feel guilty. Like, do I even deserve? Because that was something I had to drop too when I got out of jail. That still fucked with me like a year or two after I got out of jail. Do I deserve this?
Yeah.
And is something gonna go wrong? Everything's going too good. Something's gonna go wrong. Like, you know, like those things I had to let go, right?
And in doing this, I didn't want nothing to be easy. So for me, I like a challenge.
Right.
And so and I love it, because the other one used to always be like, well, you're gonna play by my rules and I run shit. I'm sitting there like, sure, you got it. We play by your rules, you run shit. But I'm the master manipulator. You good. So she's like, how does shit get all twisted up? I said, I don't know. You running things, remember?
Exactly.
So you wait. So you're the master of what?
Exactly.
The master what?
Don't give it away again. Don't give it away again.
I'm not saying that. I can't give it to you again. No, I'm just saying as far as you know how y'all women like to be.
You just spit some ism, man. Don't do it again. Don't give it to her again. You just spit some ism, man. That's all it is. That's ism.
You know how y'all women like to run everything.
You know what I'm saying?
I sit back and I listen. See, the best thing a man can do when a woman is talking is listen.
I just explained this to her. Like you'll never see me. Like I always tell, like, if I'm out somewhere and your friend said they saw me walk up to a female and approach her and say something, she already know they're lying, because that's not my style.
Exactly.
I'm a manipulator. I'm going to put myself somewhere in your circumference.
That's right.
And if that energy is as strong as I think it is, you're going to find me. Now
I don't even know if it's the word.
If you discover me,
I don't even know which word is. It's not manipulation. It's listening and communicating, really, to me, because I'm listening. But if I'm going to switch all, it's going to be on an EQ.
Because I don't have an ego. So, I don't mind letting them feel like I don't have an ego. Like I don't have an ego with her. Like if I know she has more knowledge in something than I do, not only do I don't mind asking her for information. Exactly. I'm glad that I can go to her and get that information. You know what I'm saying? And so
and the funny thing is, like, everything that I do or I'm getting ready to do, I was like, well, somebody want me to sign a contract to this and this. I'll be like, I'm gonna send it to you. I want you to look over, because that's not my forte. You know, I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna get you to do this. You know, like she's my best friend, because I mean, like, it takes me back to high school. We talk all night on the phone and text all through the day. You know, it's a little shit. Most females these days don't even do that. It's like, all right, let's go and do the thing. Hey, I don't even know you. And then
what's the thing?
In the fact, they be like, what's your name?
That's a player.
You know, or they be like, and then after the fact, they be like, oh, what's your name? Well, you ain't get, I'm not telling you now. It's too late for that. You know, it's crazy. Like, this generation is so bad.
Microwave. And they want everything like that. You know what I'm saying?
That you forget about the most important thing of getting to know your partner, who they are, what they go through, what is going on with you. Everything is from Facebook. Everything is from Facebook likes. Everything is from Facebook likes.
Come on now.
I don't want a relationship like nobody will even know that who she is, because I'm not gonna Let them know who she is.
Yeah, because I learned that, and like she has even like through her actions, she's even like verified it from me or confirmed it. But I learned that if you got to have a plan. A woman wants a plan. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Like, and you have to exhibit that you are a planner in the future, right? Yep. And like with her, like we've known each other since 2010, 11. And so ever since she's known me, she's always known that I had a plan. And everything that I've ever planned, even when we were just friends, I was living in Oakland and she's here in Houston, I did, right? Yeah. And it's basically grown shit, right? And I think everything can be made simple. Not easy, yeah. Simple, yeah. If you make a plan to reach that, right? Now, a plan can consist of 5 steps to 10 steps. And you can't skip one, you can't rush one. Mm-hmm. And I saw her trust going up and up and up for me, not like as far as cheating, like just in her hands. I mean, in my hands. She began to trust herself more and more because I didn't do it to show off or anything like that. Baby, I'm behind. I let her know, like, I'm behind. I got a 10th grade education. I was in college at the time. I got a 10th grade education. Mm-hmm. 10 felonies, probably more. Just in one state. We don't go to other states, but in other words, I let her know the crust and the cream, right? Yeah. And see, that's I did I hit it with this.
I don't care. This is my plan. I don't care if I got 10 felonies and that person got no felony. Yeah. My hard work is going to put me above that one with none because he's going to be. And that's exactly what I told her. I said, "This is my plan right here. Finish school, blank, 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 blank," and I followed those steps. Yeah. She helped me a lot. She was my cheerleader, motivator, pusher, congratulator, all of that, and that just confirmed something that I was already in the midst of learning. That she ain't taking no poop at nigga. Like she's not a gold digger, but she ain't fuck with a nigga she gotta take care of, right? Yeah. And which is that's reasonable, right? But a woman wants to know that they have a person who has the knowledge to accomplish a goal, even if they've never accomplished that goal before. And that's all I've ever demonstrated to her. And so just to match with what you're saying, it's like, you may not be there, right? But if you know your plan, you know your goal, whether a female hears it or not, or you're interested in a female or whatever, if you believe in it and you stick to it, I've tried to skip steps one time. You can't do that. Yeah. You have to every step you made that step for a reason. Exactly. Don't skip shit, right? Mm-hmm. And it just began to blossom, right? And when you have somebody that's like, she didn't necessarily want the benefits of my goal. She wanted to show me that we can both set like goals individually. Like, you know what's funny? A woman can breathe life into a man. Man, this is a woman's world. I don't give a fuck about that man's world. Just by being brothers be getting mad at me, man. It's a woman's world, brother. It's a woman's world. Straight up. Hands down, no doubt. Mm-hmm. And we need a woman president. I don't know about all that, but we need a woman president, bro. We fucked it up. How many times have we fucked up? Men been fucking this country up for years. But women are bipolar. Nurturing. Listen, this country needs the nurturing, the soul, the appreciation. This country has been fucked up, told what it ain't, told what it is, overstepped its bounds, understepped its bounds, understepped its achievements. It needs the nurturing what's so funny, of a mother. What's so funny is nothing that the president can do. It ain't in his hands. It's the Democratic senators that we got running around. Everything's Eagles now. Everything's Eagles now. They make all the laws. Right, they make all the decisions. The presidents really don't do nothing. They just are sitting up. Right, yeah. Everything Obama introduced got shot down. Well, that was the plan. Yeah. Mitch McConnell said that from gate. Live, on air, on microphone. Our plan is to stop the progress of President Obama. Yeah. So like it ain't shit. Like it ain't shit. Yep. You know, so I mean,
That was just it.
You see the funny thing that we never noticed. They got Trump out of office. Okay, they got him out of office, but you see, every law has changed to benefit Trump. The voting in the states has gone back to the old school style of voting. So we're still going to be more suppressed than we are now. Come next election, we really going to be suppressed.
Yes, absolutely.
And then they got a way. Do you know they still got a way now where Trump still can be president again?
Yeah.
Because they haven't done anything.
Yeah. Well, see, and that's because right now he is under those federal charges. Well, his company is Trump Org. They're under some federal charges right now. They already arrested Weisel.
For me, Trump wasn't that bad. I mean, shit. Can't get no worse. Gas prices going up now. He ain't in office. They did stay at 280 when he was in office.
I don't like the temperature. I don't like the temperature he produced. You see what I'm saying?
But you know what?
A lot of stuff that didn't need to be brought back up.
But you know what? He didn't hurt us either. As far as us brothers and black people rising together,
black community
up together as a unit, as a people, because we've been so brainwashed. Like where I live at, you look at all the blacks and you like, they're like out there in the wild.
Right.
And you can't really blame that on the government when.
But see, here's the thing though. Like the black community, yes, our issues are so prevalent. But the thing about it is, Trump is using, some people even look at a genius, maybe an evil genius. The problem ain't black and white. That's the smoke screen.
It's not.
That's the smoke screen.
Yeah.
And Trump is feeding off of that. You know what I'm saying? He's getting energy from that. But
he don't care if you're black or white. He care about the color green.
Exactly. and that's what I was going to say. It's economic. It's economics.
Yep.
Period. But the smoke screen is the blacks against whites.
That's it.
Blacks against Mexicans. Mexicans against whites. That's the smoke screen.
Yep.
But it's economic. It's economic. Period. Point
and you know what's funny? Joe Biden and them, they introduced an Asian bill. An Asian bill. Now, you look at America, you got the whites. Who come after the whites in America?
Asians.
The Asians. They don't want you to come in our store. When you go in our store, you got to look around. They looking at you through the corner. So you will introduce an Asian bill before a black bill.
You should hear her over here.
Well, I mean,
I don't want to be economic.
I'm part of that.
Yeah, she is part of it. No, she's mixed.
Well, I mean, it's okay, but I got Asian. I got an Asian cousin.
You should see my grandbaby. You should see my grandbaby. You should see my grandbaby. The black just get right over him.
I got 7 mixed nieces and nephews. My mama's Indian. My granddad's full-blown Indian. So why is it race in America?
I was getting there.
Again, that causes what it is.
Do you know, coming up through school, I was always in the class with the white students all through school. They're my best friends to this day. Right. Why? I see no race.
Yeah, exactly.
I was never raised that way.
Well, yeah, I've been taught to recognize it because we do have different cultures, not battling cultures, just different cultures or whatever. Yeah. And so I decided, 15, 20 years ago that I'm not going to rob myself of a possible good experience because what someone looks like, right? Because you're limiting your experience in life, in the world. And you're doing yourself, your children, people who depend on you, people who look up to you, the biggest disservice that you can
like my friend said, I'm racist against my own kind. So
she just racist against me.
Yeah, I'm racist against my own kind. But it's not that I'm racist against my own kind. There's some things that I see that we can do better towards each other that I don't like.
Absolutely. Right,
and that's what, if that has to make me racist, I'm okay with that. But if I see
because I hear the argument though. I hear people arguing that in order for others to respect black people got to show more respect, which is true. But I think there's a caveat to that.
Yes.
We are smart people. We're not one-trick ponies. We can fucking multitask. You see what I'm saying? And so I think that it's sad to kind of discourage the struggle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
What's the first thing you think when people say, well, black people got to start working together? From black people, that ain't gonna never happen, right? No. But it's a mindset. It's a mindset. Yeah. Yes, we do have to start working together. I agree with that. But we don't just have to do that one thing. You know what I'm saying? I think we're smarter than that. You know what I'm saying? Thus, a man who wrote a book while serving time, watching his back, dealing with the shit that comes from being in jail, that's not even your fault, but you have to participate in to be able to maintain a certain comfortable status in jail. You know what the fuck I'm talking about when I say that, right? So that's just like a prime example. Like, people underestimate what happens in jail. Like, it goes down, right? I'll never tell her no specific stories, but I've seen some shit, right? And that the average motherfucker that me and you associate with can't even get out of their head. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Exactly. And so, but you did that and you wrote a book. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? While he was, you know how he began writing that one. And that's just the hustle in people. You know what I'm saying? Just like, if you're built to persevere, you're going to do it. Yeah. It's not about black, white, Asian, or whatever. You have to be built to persevere. Right. You have to eat it, sleep it, dream it, think it, talk it, walk it. And that has to be your goal in life. Your goal in life is to know that you're always going to have another goal in life. Definitely. If you don't come this far to get this far.
You don't. One thing about me, when I first started writing books, I didn't know I was going to be where I'm at now. But I didn't want to take no for an answer.
Just took a chance.
Yeah, I just took a chance. And that's what life is about, chance.
Yeah.
You might not know you can get that girl. You might not know you can get that girl unless you talk to her.
Right.
He didn't talk to me.
She was crazy. She was crazy. I eventually started talking to her because she started taking her medicine and stuff. Once she got the straight jacket off.
No.
Once she got the straight jacket off.
That's a lie.
She took out in the closet. But anyway, man, let's get back to our brother here, man.
Back to the book.
Back to the book here. Cause man, we get to talking and we're off into this.
Sorry, everybody.
Somehow, we're sorry, y'all. Not really, but.
And one of the things that
this is Drip the Mic.
We don't go by
Drip the Mic Network, and we on 2020 Visions Network. 2020 Visions Radio. So we keep it 100 here. Like every show is gonna always be 100. So we don't run from nothing. No subject, no conversation, no question. So you're gonna get the real when you come here. Go somewhere else if you don't like real talk, real information, because this is shit that happens. You know what I'm saying? But also what's real is we have a Black author, Black young man who took a situation and did not become defined by that situation. And as another Black man, I'm so proud of you for that, because I know what it takes to come out of that. And so now this brother has a movie coming out. How unreal is this? This is some shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know if you realize it yet. Brother, you was in jail not too long ago. Right. You got a fucking movie, man.
In 4 years.
Well, they always say, not they. I always say, circumstances don't make the man. True. As long as they know their purpose.
True.
Keep pushing.
Like 30 years right up, man. Nobody read books, boom. Right. And then I get this girl, she's like, I'm coming out with 4 books. I need your help. Can you mentor me?
Wow.
Dude, feel I'm giving it a chill from all books, everything. You know what I'm saying? It's pushing me every day.
Why? Why specifically is that though? So was books are your original passion? Or did it just come tap you? You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy because everybody wants to get in my mind. What are you doing? What are you doing? Mm-hmm. I'm just doing what I was born to do. Do what I like. That's what I like to do. I like to write. And that's going to be my grind. I'm not just sitting in a circle with other people that's going to be detrimental to. I want to know this person, that person, that person. I want to know everything they doing over there. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to sit in one particular clique or group and be like, that's it. No, I'm going over here. I'm going to see what they got to say in this group. I'm connecting. I'm a network with everybody that I can. And this will get to me where I need to get to.
That grind,
you know, like grind. I played in a when I was in New York, I played in a Chinese TV series as an extra. Mm. Wow. And me and this guy connected. Now he's a big he writes plays, does theater. Now he's the big time broadcaster for the Harlem Globetrotters World Tour.
Wow.
And me and him connect. We just connected that day, and he was gonna write my play before COVID hit. He was gonna write my book before COVID hit.
Yeah, I love when the blessings come from your pursuit, though. I love that. I love when that happens.
Relationships, you know, every now and then I check up on him, and I see him post on Facebook. And like he said, he's gonna do the Harlem Globetrotters, so I shared his photo the other day. Hey man, he's the voice of the Harlem Globetrotters. And he's like, man, thank you. Yeah, you meet people, you network, man.
Right, exactly. And it's the blessings of your pursuit. Mm-hmm. You may even be, you may need that particular blessing, but you may be focusing on something else. But because you are pursuing what your ultimate goal is, you get these blessings that come so easy that it's scary.
And like what was so funny, I work with this guy. Now, my mentor, she came down here to do a movie, Lola 2. My friend is at work. He's showing me this movie that they're shooting down here, and his cousin is doing the shooting. He said, this is my cousin. He does this. This is what he's doing right now. He's doing the movie Lola 2. So that's another connection.
Yeah, I just put it all in your face. It's all come together. So my question now is, you got two coming out, player 2 coming out.
That's already out.
Yeah, player 3 coming out. How long before you retire it? Are you going to keep going? Are you going to go to 4 or 5? What are you going to do?
It hits me at different times to write. Like, I'm not the one to put out 10 books a year, and you might get 2, you might get 1. It depends on how busy I am, or when the urge hit. Like, I could be in bed at 2 o'clock in the morning and be like, and I'm up out of bed and I'm writing. And then my friend be like, I thought you was going to bed. I was like, no, I had to write this, so I ain't had no sleep tonight.
Man, it wakes me up. It wakes me up. Like I thought, I haven't ever heard nobody else say that until just now. It wakes me up. You understand? Yeah. And you got to get up.
I have to get up. I have to get up right then and there.
Yeah.
Whole thought.
And you don't mind. You're not tired. You don't mind. You don't care. Nope. And here's what I know. So, I mean, I don't have as much of writing as you have to do because I write poems or whatever, but it writes itself pretty much. Like by the time I'm finished really waking up, the shit pretty much written, right? Because
I used to work at a job where I used to keep paper and pen around just for me. Because I'd be working, I'd be like, hey, I need some paper. They'd be like, there you go. And that's how supportive they be. They'd be like, there you go. They already have paper and pen sitting everywhere around in the warehouse. Just in case I get a thought.
I'll pull over, pull out my phone. I don't care if I'm in clan country. Something hit me, I'll pull over right there, pull out my phone. Like, I gotta get this. It may be just one line, right? But I try not to. I lose so much, like just in like if I'm working, driving, like whatever I'm doing, something to hit me. I'm like, oh shit, that's cool. I gotta write that down when I get somewhere, right? I just do it all the time, and I'll forget it.
Sometimes I get an idea from other people. They be talking about, well, I'm going to write a book. And you know they're not going to write a book. But they will give me an idea on how to write a book. I'm like, why did I think of that? But like somebody always told me, it's 1,500 stories in a day. So everybody that you meet is a story. And it's true because like I run across people, they be like, oh, I want to write a book. And they give me the details on how. I'm like, I could use that in a book. Wow. How I want to lead me in writing a book.
Let me switch directions.
Give me a train of thought.
let me switch directions on you for a minute. I'm going to give you a phrase. Let me know what you think. Pay it forward.
Say it again.
Pay it forward.
Mm-hmm. Pay it forward.
Let's talk about it.
For me, it's paving the way for the ones that's coming after me, and giving them an opportunity to know that it's more than their sports and entertainment. It's that you can do it a different way, and do the things that you desire and you feel. Don't get caught up in, oh, I need to be a hustler, I need to be a rapper, I need to shoot somebody. So what I'm doing, I'm paying it forward by paving the way for them that comes after me.
Yeah. I asked that because I don't even know if my wife understands like how near and dear that is to my heart. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't see no one in any aspect, whether it's monetary, food, situational, whatever it is, I can't sit by and watch somebody not have.
And not do it.
It fucking kills me. I don't do it for
show.
I don't do it for like no blessings. Like no, most of the time nobody even see me do it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not about that. It's just like it fucking eats at me if I can't do something for somebody. Like it will fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? Like to that point, almost to a fault, right? I like she may tell you that I need to buy my way in heaven, so that's probably why I'm doing it or whatever. But that's the farthest from the truth.
No.
It's just that like I think, I mean, I know that I was meant to be a spoken word artist. I knew that I was meant to deliver thoughts to people. I think that's why I was given my awareness, my braveness, my voice, everything. I was built to give people information, right? But my purpose, I've always felt it was to help people.
Yeah.
I don't get like under no conditions. I have never seen you before in my life. We put up to like the line or whatever. I don't care what he gonna spend it on. If he's out there, 4-way traffic stop, begging for money. That's all I need to know, right? Maybe give me more. Give me $20 so I get there. Like people handing change or whatever. No, they ain't gonna do shit. Get that man a 20. You know what I'm saying?
Some people don't even know. Most people see me on Facebook. Like most of the stuff that I do, like I go volunteer at the Boys and Girls Club.
Wow.
I go sit with the homeless. I feed them. I take them food.
Man, you'll get some good ass stories, dog. They will have you rolling, man. They will tell you some shit.
Yeah. Oh my God, man. I just sit down. Sometimes I go get a beer and I buy them a beer. We sit there.
Man, you can't buy that entertainment. You can't buy that entertainment, man. I'm talking about they will give you some game.
Yeah.
And you can use the shit.
Yeah.
You can use the shit. I used to work at Bank of America, and I would walk to the bus stop, and it was this homeless guy right there. Like we would see each other every day or whatever. Now we had friendly racial tension, but it was like really friendly or whatever. Like I used to smoke, right? And he'd be like, "Hey man, let me get a cigarette." I'll pull out. He'd be like, "I knew it was gonna be a Newport." Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it wasn't. I didn't take it offensive. He wouldn't have said it to nobody else, and I wouldn't allow him to say it to somebody else because it was just me and him, the relationship. Because I didn't see him as less than me because he was homeless. You know what I'm saying? But he slept right behind his little thing at the bus stop or whatever, right? And me and this guy just, over the years, I was working for the bank, me and this guy just got cool to the point where we started knowing each other's name. If I get off work late or whatever, my girl come pick me or whatever, I got to stop by there. Like, man, you good? And I'll cuss him out the whole time. Fuck you, motherfucker. Go take your ugly ass back. But every day I felt the obligation to back on him. And some of the stories that he told me was just like priceless, man, like priceless. And I don't think nobody understands that about me. Like I have time for anybody, anybody, you see what I'm saying? And I just wanted to get your thoughts on that because I do see you making a lot of philanthropic statements on Facebook or giving some people just, hey, if you have some extra time, why don't you go do this? You know, I just see those things that you do. And I wondered if you even recognize that you have that gift to just think of other people like on instant.
I do, and I'm very passionate about it because you gotta understand. Me and my friend, we argue about this all the time because I think growing up, everybody in my family was ministers. So that's what you think you're supposed to be.
Wow.
Growing up.
Right. South.
Even though I can tell you the Bible inside and out and quote the spiritual to do all this, or be a minister. I did study.
No.
I can too.
I did study Christian ministry. I'm like 6 months to get my bachelor's degree in
Oh wow. What?
But the thing is, that's not my calling yet. And I know ministers, and I'm close to some of them. And
careful, we got a PK here. You see how she's looking at you? We got a PK here. This is a PK.
Not
too.
everybody's meant to be a minister.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
If we got all these leaders, who do we have to teach? Who do we have to learn? Right. Everybody wants to be the teacher, but not the student. So if you're always the teacher, that means you don't want to learn, or you're not opening your mind to learn. And if you are leading this flock of people, you need to lead by example. Okay, you make a mistake. How many times are you going to keep making a mistake as the leader of the flock? How many times are we going to keep accepting you making mistakes as the leader of the flock?
Right.
But as a minister, your body should have been through all the troubles that you have accumulated up to that point of you being a minister. Now you should be able to have control of your flesh and of your body and your mind, because now you're not only serving the people of God, you're serving God as well. And you are just like him and Jesus Christ in one. So when you take that next step, you have to be ready. I don't care who the hell you studied up under. My uncle's a bishop, and I lived with him for 15 years. So I had the best teacher you could ever think about. And that man right there, he showed me the example of being a real minister and bishop. And the suffering from it, the flesh and all, how to look away and how to keep going and to be strong. And he sustained that in me. So I have a hard time with religion because of that. And seeing different ministers and stuff in the way they are. Because I don't put nothing past them, because they're a human being and we all fall short and we sin.
Okay.
If you come to me and you're like, oh, I'm a minister, I do this, whoop-de-whoop, I'm not going to look at you as a minister. I'm going to look at you as a real person. You have flaws. Right. You can't sit there and tell me that you are all of a sudden cured. You're not.
So, I like to throw stuff out there. That's subliminal stuff. Do you feel that your play, the player, are you ministering to the youth? Is that what you did it for? Or did you just get it out there? What message do you want to leave from this?
Basically, the book, the movie's going to lead you to
I don't slick green, you said slick smile, man.
But, hey, you see what's the funny thing about it? Every book that I write has a message to the kids and the youth. Because as I'm leading you in this play, when it gets to the end, no, actually all through the book, Z, the character, is always reflecting about his pain.
Is it downloadable?
Huh?
Can you download it?
Yep, the Player Me One, yep, it's downloadable. You can get it on Kindle.
Yeah. We're going to download it so we can talk some shit about it on the show.
It's always a lesson I'm having there. Like I'm in the shower and I'm thinking about my daughter and all the things that I put her through and going through in life and not being there for her. And then we're having, I even put a quick conversation that we actually had in real life in the book. People will never realize it, but I did.
Right.
And when it gets to the end and I'm going through all these trouble with these women, I'm flashing back in my life of the drugs and the alcohol and the things that I've been through, because I'm reflecting, because Z does have a heart. You know, they think, oh, he doesn't have a conscience, but I'm showing you that this character do have a conscience. And at the end, I'm taking you through the pitfalls, and he's actually showing you the emotions and the toll that it's taking on him. He's going through it. And I have a drunken stage in the book that lets you know that, you know, this life is not the way to live. And, you know, that's maybe to juggle all these women and the cost that you're going to pay.
I think that's what it was about. Like, knowing you, I'm not surprised at all. Yeah. And knowing you, I'm not surprised that that's the end of it all. Because that's how you represent yourself.
And so at the end, you're getting a message and a lesson. And so the funny thing about it was,
So basically, you're paying it forward.
That's the way. I mean, there's definitely a way of paying it forward.
Mm-hmm.
There's a million ways to do
it teaches a lesson. I'm always putting a lesson into my book, and I'm always talking about God in my books.
No.
What'd you say?
No.
What?
Your teachings. I thought you were
Because
going to say something.
God gave me this. God gave me this talent.
Yeah.
So I never want to forget Him.
Yeah. Well,
so
you gotta understand. We went to jail because we had our own plan.
Mm-hmm. So when I
that was beneath the way we were built. You see, you get what I'm saying? We went to jail doing our plan.
Yeah.
God giggling at us. Ain't they cute? They're cute. Oh, they think that's what they were put here to do. All right, let me let them get that little whatever. And when they get their ass set down, they'll come holler at me, and I'll give them some game. And they'll go do.
I never wanted to be a writer.
Yeah. Well, I never thought I could be. That was the difference. I love writing. Like I got it all right. I knew I wanted to be a writer, but as I got older and then went to because I was born in the Nation of Islam, so I was like, I was taught like all the disciplines of just being a good person, right? No matter what religion you are, I was always taught to be a good person, and it quickly went south when the first time I went to a public school. I went to Muslim school, went to high school, got to high school, went to a public school, and my mind was blown. I was gone. Yeah, sure. I get money, gym shoes, Jordans, and all. Oh, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, and I was gone. I loved it. There's no excuse for it. I let my mother wasn't a crackhead. She wasn't like gone all the time and no shit like that. My mother worked her ass off. We had a nice house. We had cars. I just thought I should have more shit than I had at 15, 16 years old. And
for me, I was in all that shit and I didn't need to do none of it. I just did it for the hell of it, for the fun of it.
It wasn't a need. It wasn't a need. It was at all.
I just wanted to do it. That's what I wanted to do.
Period. So I'm not even gonna do my mother like that. Like I'll be lying on my mother because I hear that. My mother couldn't do this and that. And no, don't get me wrong. For those families who do go through that, I am sorry for them, but that wasn't my mother. My mother worked her ass to fuck off. You know what I'm saying? Taught us how to work. We didn't have Nikes. I had some Pro Wings and shit like that. I didn't want to have on Pro Wings, but they were new. They were clean. I didn't want to wear Wranglers. I wanted Levi's. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so that's how I began to fuck up. But then I think because there were so many good teachings put in me early in life, I think first time I went to jail, I couldn't believe it. Me? Jail? Because I thought I was untouchable, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And things started to come back that was instilled in me as I was younger, that perseverance, that to put my Black woman on a pedestal, you know what I'm saying? Because Islam is big on that, you know what I'm saying? You take care of that woman, period. Yeah. I hear a lot of people say, I want to be a Muslim so I can have as many wives. That's not what being a Muslim is about. That's not even what the law says. It says as many as you can support and take care of in every aspect of life. Yeah. Mentally, emotionally, financially, sexually, and any other kind of way. People read that many wives and they stop right there. You know what I'm saying? So
that's one wife with a lot of different attitudes.
So, so I began to embrace what I was gifted to do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the bids I did in jail. That's what they kind of forced me to do. Mm-hmm. Now, I hate that it had to come to that to do that, but I'm grateful for the learning experience and the chance, the one more chance. Yeah. How many brothers you see go up in there, got 6 months, 8 months, and don't even come out alive? Yeah. It literally happened to my cellmate. 2 weeks before he release date, got killed in his cell. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm great. I wouldn't want to go through that again. I wouldn't want none of my kids to go through it, but I am glad of the things that I learned from that. So, I'm still trying to catch up. I'm 50, so I'm still trying to catch up to that maturity. I probably would never do it because right now I'm probably at about 18. So, I've been working hard to do it, but I'm a mature 18-year-old. But I'll catch up to this 50 eventually.
That's me. Like I'm 42 now, and I'm like, I'm just now maturing. Yeah,
but I don't mind admitting that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you
know what I'm saying? Like, I open myself. I'm an open book. I used to lie about so much shit, try to make myself look better than I am. But I just feel so good just to be me. No, Like, I'm like, no, I don't have a college degree. I don't own a mansion. You know, I don't drive no fancy car. But you should have seen the motherfucker I was before I got to where I am now. Yeah. You didn't want to meet that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and I look in the mirror, I'm like, man, you know what? Like, God done pulled your dumb ass out of so much shit. You are not supposed to be here. Exactly. And that's what I take from the lessons that I learned, you know, and coming up. I don't know, I wouldn't want to go through those things again, but I damn sure appreciate the lessons that I learned.
We're not trying to keep you all night. We're not trying to keep you all night. When's the red carpet?
The premiere, well, the premiere, we're gonna have it in different cities, I heard.
And where?
We're gonna have a premiere in Atlanta. We're looking at different locations in different states to do it.
We need dates, bro. Get us some dates so we could talk about them on the show.
I will. I'll do that definitely. You know, right now, we're just in the early process of getting everything together and trying to
maybe we can do like a weekly countdown. You know what I'm saying? Week 10 until week. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we could put some shit together like that. And you know what I'm saying? So we want to keep it out there, man. We're gonna get this motherfucking movie pumped, bro. This is your first movie, dog. Take a bow, my brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving you your flowers right now. You see what I'm saying? Take a bow, man. Like that's big. That's big, and I'm proud of you, bro.
Yeah.
Hezzy, Hezekiah Morris. So now I can go and look on the bookshelves and go to the movies and rent it and all this stuff. This is a great accomplishment just in itself. Like I said earlier, you two strong Black men. One is my king. Can go through some of the most worst things and still come out looking good. Mm-hmm. The two of y'all, yay, it makes me proud to be a Black woman.
Thank you. I had to go work on myself for Tuesday.
It's in me. Because it feels in me.
I'm a little behind. I just got my information about an hour ago from my co-host. So,
let's talk about the show. You want to shout out your show real quick before we end the interview?
We talk about it real quick.
I mean, you want what you got coming up this week?
I got the lead actor from the movie The Player, who plays Z, Phil Mazzatti. He's going to be on. Yeah, you know I got to tap him, the lead actor.
Yeah, right. That's going to be dope. That's going to be dope.
Yeah. Then we got another young lady, author. She's going to be on the show. So we actually having a great show. Since he's going to be in California, he's coming on at 8. So it's like 2 hours difference. Yeah.
So what you going to do? You want to tweak the show a little bit or something?
Yeah.
All right. Well, hit this up and we'll get that set up or whatever.
But wait, what show is this again? Where's that?
The Office Lounge. Tuesdays, 7 p.m. to 9.
We go up like it's a Friday.
Yes, sir. So, yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
My brother.
Then we're gonna have the week after next. We're gonna have the lead reporter from World Star. She was the leading actress in the movie. Moni Sutton will be on the following week on the Office Lounge.
Doing big things. Well, my brother, ladies and gentlemen, you just heard from Drip the Mic's own host of the Author's Lounge, Hezekiah, the author Hezzy Morris, book writer, now filmmaker. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to get you on here.
Oh, I forgot. I write for Behind the Walls magazine. That's the connect the people that's in jail with the outside world.
Oh wow. That's big. I want to do something with you with that. I want to do something with you with that. See if we can set up something, get them some literature up in there and shit like that.
The magazine comes out quarterly. Whatever. I was writing for another magazine, but we're not going to talk about that.
All right. Oh man, any help you need, man?
Behind the Walls magazine. Yeah, check it out.
Oh man, that sounds dope, man. Yes, and that's why I said always working.
Promoter.
Always working. Always working. Always working, man. Listen, brother. You're blessed, and I'm honored to be here to see it. Like your growth is just like you know you got haters, especially on the social media shit. And your success, your nonstop, no matter what attitude, is what make that growth come. Don't stop. Every hater is the reason that you can go forward. Not saying that people necessarily want to do you bad or do bad to you or see you do bad, but people just don't have the best intentions for you all the time unless there's something in it for them. You know what I'm saying? And so I love helping people. I don't ever feel I'm gonna get used because, you know,
you're paying it forward.
Yeah, I pay it forward. You know what I'm saying? God blesses me and my wife.
Oh man, God, yeah.
God blesses me and my wife, and so I don't do anything for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And so I keep shining for no reason. You know what I'm saying? You don't need a reason to shine. The struggle never stops. Don't mean you'll always struggle, but it never stops. You know what I'm saying?
And remain humble.
You know what I'm saying?
In everything you do.
Always.
So thank you so much. The movie, y'all. Keep an ear out for it. It's called.
I will have dates soon for everybody. I just want to get this trailer out there to promote it a little bit, build up the audience. You know how when they got a good movie coming out, they just build it up, pump it up.
If you think you promote it too much, keep promoting.
Keep promoting.
Yeah.
We finna pump it all through Drip Mike. We finna talk about this like this finna stay in the.
That's what it takes to really put something out there.
Yeah, you have to. You have to.
You know, I have a lot of offers come to me like, man, how can I put my work out there? How do I? You got to promote it. I don't care if they don't like it one time. Keep putting it out there. Somebody eventually buy it. You know, you don't give up because you don't think you're selling it up. You might sell one book in 1 year. The next year you might sell 30. So you keep going.
Yeah. Is that? Oh no. Like. No, your grind rewards you. Your grind definitely rewards you. But you can't be like
timid.
You can't be timid or shy, but you have to work for the positioning of your blessing. You know what I'm saying? So
I never been on New York Times bestseller, but I won author of the year. I was second runner up.
And I remember that. That's big. I remember that too. Yeah, I saw that show. I was like, wow, like that's crazy. But my brother, man, listen. Again, we're going to pump the show up on Drip the Mic. We thank you for coming over to the 2020 Vision Show. And as the original host of this show, the songstress would say, stay focused.
Always.
Stay focused, my brother.
Life and light.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Much love, my brother, and much success in everything you do.
Thank you.
And larger territory.
Off the Hezzy, ladies and gentlemen. Hezzy title for us.
Let me fix my crown, baby. Like dominoes, yeah, it's going down. My feet off the ground, elevated. You feel my soul when you hear my sound. And I don't know why you're like a red light that don't ever change. And you should know why merging to the other lane. I'm getting close, I'm up next, no regrets, making hits as a reflex. I'm getting close, don't take a second to second guess, riding high so you know I'm blessed. Oh yeah, I'm getting close, I'm up next, no regrets, making hits as a reflex. Gas, riding high, so you know I'm blessed. No regrets, no regrets, no regrets. Ooh, I'm so tapped in, baby. Yeah, I'm turned on and tuned into that free. frequency. Bring love and light and healing in my energy. Hear a major difference in these minor melodies. And I don't know why you're familiar faces in strange places. They don't ever change. You should know